White text appears on a black background. The following work was created and filmed at Théâtre aux Écuries in the fall of 2022 on the unceded First Nation lands of the Kanien'kehá:ka, Huron-Wendat, Abenaki, and Anishinaabe. Imago Theater is committed to connecting and working with First Nation and Indigenous artists and arts workers to make space for their stories in order to create a greater understanding of what living here now really means. The word home, in large white uppercase letters against a black background, brightens slowly, then fades to a white blur. A ceiling-to-floor clear plastic backdrop is illuminated by projected splashes of blood red and aqua blue color. The plastic is loosely draped, flowing over angular objects of different sizes. Seated on one of the objects is the documentarian, a woman with brown skin and long black braids pulled back into a ponytail. A scarf with different shades of red and green is wrapped around her head. She's wearing a loose blue-collared, short-sleeved button-up shirt, army green pants, and brown hiking boots. She's wearing a light green bandana over her nose and mouth. Her eyes are wide, surveying her surroundings as she rips the pile of gathered plastic at her feet. To her right, Hakeem, a light-skinned man with close-shaven gray hair and a beige, paisley-patterned bandana-style mask, sits on an overturned black milk crate. He is wearing a green and blue striped t-shirt, dark brown pants, and sandals. He brings a ripped piece of plastic film to his ear before dropping it into the black milk crate at his left side. A small pile of plastic shreds lie between his feet and in a small black tray. On the ground to his right is Margaret, a light-skinned woman with shoulder-length chestnut brown hair pulled back into a ponytail. She wears an orange bandana-style mask, a raggedy mauve and white circle-patterned long blouse over a pink short-sleeved knee-length dress. She wears a gray overcoat, frayed cut-off dark blue jean shorts, tan socks pulled up to mid-calf, and gray slip-on runners. She crawls towards Hakeem to deposit handfuls of plastic film into the pile between his feet, as the documentarian takes a gray voice recorder out of her pocket and brings it to her lips.
It is my first day of work here, deep in the silent mines near Lake Bermick. All around me are jagged rocks and edges where hundreds of children are working. They are all under 4 feet, chosen so they can easily go down into the tunnels. Silence is a mineral that allows human beings to connect with each other beyond borders to a safe haven, home. Now overpriced or destroyed because of natural catastrophes, there aren't enough of these safe havens of comfort and security for an already growing number of people on this planet, making silence one of the most coveted minerals globally and a new source of conflict.
The documentarian quickly tucks her voice recorder into her pocket. Hakeem and Margaret continue their labors.
Margaret, are those helicopters?
Yes. Margaret jumps to her feet.
Oh my God, Hakeem.
What are they doing?
They're carrying animals through the sky. They're cows, horses, That's Fidel. The duck. Fidel is in the sky, Hakim.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, they're flying. Animals that can't fly are flying. They're floating through the air. Fidel's running through the sky. He must be scared. Take off your shoes. If the sand is hot, that means that everything is real.
She slips off her shoes and looks to the sky as Hakim peels back the Velcro of his sandals.
What's going on here? You brats think you're at the beach? Put your shoes back on. Get back to work.
Margaret and Hakim scramble to put their shoes back on. Margaret stands at attention until the guard is out of sight, then gazes upwards.
Everything has been turned upside down today because of a rescue mission. 3 days ago, millions of kilometers of agricultural land owned by the Feels Like Home Mining Company were completely flooded. Farm animals at risk of drowning were lifted up out of the flood zones by helicopter, either attached by rope or placed in cages.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
I heard you. You're talking about what's going on?
I'm taking voice notes. Yes.
Then give me something.
Margaret thrusts out her hand.
I have no money. I work just like you.
You're not the first to report on what happens here, and it's never done us any good.
Well, would you allow me to follow you so that I can learn more about your experience?
Yes, if you pay me.
I can't.
Then leave us alone. Stop watching us.
Margaret stomps away, then kneels beside Hakim, who is rustling a piece of plastic by his ear. The documentarian turns her back to them and sits on the ground.
Hakim, let's take some silence home with us.
Really? Okay.
The young girl Margaret is talking to her blind friend, Hakim. Margaret is putting pieces of silence into her lunch pail. There are violent consequences if they are caught stealing. It is end of day. My eyes are on the lunch pail.
All right, you kids. Under the 4-foot bar. Come on, line up.
Margaret and Hakim are first in line beside the guard. Margaret clutches the lunch pail to her stomach.
Good. Go. Names.
Margaret.
Hakim.
The guard points at the pail. She slowly brings it forward. He opens the lid.
Guard, do you want that potato?
No.
When's the company dog coming back?
You're slowing the line down. Let's go. Pass under the bar. Good. Stand aside.
Why?
Because I said so. Stand aside. Next. New one.
The documentarian steps forward.
Straight knees.
Hakim, take the lunchbox.
Okay. Good. Margaret, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talked a lot today. Where do you live?
The guard has taken Margaret aside to interrogate her. Did he see her put pieces of silence in her lunch pail? Margaret is answering the guard's questions strangely. She moves her body as if miming the route she takes to where she sleeps at night. Her friend Hakim accompanies her, making hypnotic rhythms with his mouth, hands, and body. The guard is completely absorbed by the sounds and images coming from Margaret's body, and I am taken in. I see valleys, forests, birds. A secret treehouse. Night falls, and the guard is asleep on his feet. Margaret and Hakeem take off. I will follow them at a distance, but be hidden so they don't notice me.
The documentarian glances at the sleeping guard, then stuffs her voice recorder in her pocket and follows Margaret and Hakeem. Eyes closed, the guard sways slightly as the camera pans away. The screen slowly fades to black. White text appears on a black background. Home, written by Murray Tawfiq, dramaturgy by Emma Tabaldo. Co-creators, Micheline Chevrier, Clank, Christina Culiandro, Jackie Galland, Chantal Labonte, Leslie Tina Mintz, Pablo Pugliese, Jennifer Roberts, Amelia Scott, Murray Tawfiq, Emma Tabaldo, Diana Uribe. Consultants, Clank, Leslie Tina Mintz. Performers, Clank, Brian Dooley, Alexander Leferrier, Jennifer Roberts. Christina Culiandro, Direction. Jackie Galland, Sound Design. Chantal Labonte, Lighting Design. Maxime Lehman, Technical and Cinematography Support. Maxime Lehman and Pablo Pugliese, Editing. Pablo Pugliese, Cinematography. Amelia Scott, Projection Design. Diana Uribe, Set and Costumes. The white logo of Théâtre Imago Theatre appears above the following white text, against a black background. Conseil des Arts du Canada, Canada Council for the Arts, made with the support from the Canada Council for the Arts Digital Now grant.